episode here on the climb, and it's a little late. It's 11:16 p.m. Here I am in Pennsylvania, and the reason why I named these live streams the climb is because as we're elevating, we're climbing, right? We're going to the next level. We're figuring out what we're good at, what we're not good at, and we're getting better every single day, and it's not supposed to be easy. It's the repetition. It's the work that nobody sees you doing behind the scenes. And I want to be able to document this growth and document the journey, because not everyone appreciates your growth. Not everyone compliments your growth, because your growth is uncomfortable, right? The things that you don't know, or the things that you don't know how to do, you don't know about. It's an uncomfortable subject because you're still figuring it out, right? You're still learning, you're still growing. And I really want this to feed new people that are deciding to grow. They're stepping into their faith. Maybe they're getting up early, going to the gym. Maybe they're learning a new skill set. Maybe they're doing the things that make them feel uncomfortable. And it's so easy to just cling back to comfort, cling back to the things um, that don't push us to the best version of ourselves. Matter of fact, it actually reinforces the version that we used to be. So think about, what are those things for you? Like, for example, for me, it's scrolling, doom scrolling. It's me doing things that aren't really as productive. It could be spending funds that aren't maybe focused on my growth. It's not making me better. It's not getting me closer to my goals. Like, these are things that we want to be aware about, and that I'm bringing to your awareness, because I've been there. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to feel like you're kind of taking two steps forward, but you're taking three steps backwards. And I'm in this season right now where it's a season of development, not just for me, but it's a season of development for the people that are coming into my life. The season of development for the people that are watching me on my social media platforms. I think that I'm way far ahead, or I'm at a different level than when people are. But it's like, I gotta remember too that people were once in my shoes. People were once feeling the feelings that I used to feel. And that's why I jump on these lives, because it's just a reminder that, hey, it's okay to feel like you're still figuring it out. But I don't want you to stay there, right? I want you to continue learning, continue growing. Like, matter of fact, like, I didn't get to finish my full morning routine, but like, I always have books that are near me, right? This is You Can Negotiate Anything by Herb Cohen. I recommend this if you're in sales. This is The Power of Your Imagination by Neville Goddard, right? Like, it talks about you being able to picture your goals. I also have another great novel, The Alchemist, right? These are just great books to have that are gonna help you grow, right? They're gonna help you become a better person. Of course, it complements the Bible. The Bible is definitely such my number one book. And the reason why I say that is because it has so many lessons on emotional intelligence and holding your composure. So if you're an avid reader, drop books that you're reading in the chat. Like, I would definitely want to know what are you focused on? What is your growth? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? And knowing that, like, it's okay. Like, you can you can start today. Like, just because maybe you don't read, or like, I want you to know that, like, it's okay that you don't read. Like, I used to not read. I used to hate reading, you know? But once I started learning that, successful people, people that are living the life that I want to live, are reading, books. They're going to conventions. They're going to networking events. They're listening to positive audios. They're not really, listening to per se music all day long, but they're listening to things that are actually gonna fill up their cup. That is what is gonna actually change our life versus staying comfortable and being able to split the difference between the two. Okay, like what is gonna help me grow versus what is not gonna help me grow. What is gonna help me become the best version of myself versus what is going to um push the distractions, right? Like what are the behaviors that are gonna enforce my goals, and what are the behaviors that